are not enemies, but friends. We must not be enemies. Though passion may have strained, it must not break our bonds of affection.
There had never been an inauguration like it. From the moment President-elect Abraham Lincoln arrived in Washington, he faced significant challenges. On the night before he was sworn in, he gave an informal dinner at the Willard Hotel for members of his cabinet. The atmosphere was friendly enough, but there was intrigue behind the scenes. Lincoln had named Senator William Seward, his chief rival for the Republican nomination, to serve as Secretary of State. Seward initially accepted, but threatened to back out when he learned that Senator Salmon P. Chase of Ohio would be tapped to head the Treasury Department. Seward and Chase represented opposing factions of the young Republican Party, which is why Lincoln wanted both in his cabinet. Lincoln told his personal secretary,
"I can't afford to let Seward take the first trick."
But Lincoln preferred tact to confrontation. The next morning, as the inaugural procession formed outside, the president-elect wrote Seward asking him to reconsider. Having had time to reflect, the senator from New York backed down and agreed to serve as Secretary of State. Abraham Lincoln had deftly held his cabinet together, but far greater challenges awaited him as he made his way toward the Capitol, chief among them, keeping the Union intact. Fearing for Lincoln's safety, sharpshooters patrolled the rooftops all along Pennsylvania Avenue. On the horizon loomed the Capitol's great half-dome, symbol of a nation rising to unimaginable heights, or of a failed experiment in popular government. Before a crowd of 30,000, Lincoln offered both reconciliation and resolve.
I have no purpose, directly or indirectly, to interfere with the institution of slavery in the states where it exists.
But Lincoln was emphatic. No state had the right to withdraw from the Union.
In your hands, my dissatisfied fellow countrymen, and not in mine, is the momentous issue of civil war.
At the close of the address, Chief Justice Roger Taney came forward to administer the oath of office. Lincoln blamed Taney for the infamous Dred Scott decision, which opened the door for slavery's spread. Placing his hand upon the Bible, Abraham Lincoln was sworn in as the 16th President of the United States. Abraham Lincoln had survived his inauguration and solved a crisis within his cabinet, but his greatest challenges were yet to come. In his inaugural address, Lincoln had made a vow to hold, occupy, and possess the property and places belonging to the government. But on his first day as the new commander-in-chief, he learned that the federal garrison at Fort Sumter, situated in the heart of the newly formed Confederacy, was running low on provisions. To resupply the fort would have been seen by the South as an act of aggression. Should Lincoln resupply Sumter and risk starting a civil war? Or should he surrender the fort, ignoring his inaugural pledge, and hope that Southern tempers might yet cool? Even as he wrestled with this dilemma, Lincoln found another kind of army clamoring for his attention on his very doorstep.